All right, let's go to number 5 and Jameson Crowder, who's run 84% of the routes from the slot this season. The Saints have allowed 3 receiving touchdowns to slot receivers in their last 2 games. They're also giving up the most PPR points per game to wide receivers overall. At number 4, Beasley. That's right, this is not a Cowboys homer pick either. He's run 88% of his routes from the slot, and quarterbacks have a 116.3 passer rating when throwing to slot receivers against the Houston Texans. So he could be a PPR asset. At number 3, Mohamed Sanu. 73% of his routes have come to the slot. That's the most on the Atlanta Falcons roster. And the Steelers have allowed the 3rd most yards and the 5th most PPR points to slot receivers. So Mohamed Sanu has some sleeper appeal. At number 2, Nelson Agholor. Remember how good he was the first couple of weeks? Last week, stinker. He's run 63% of his routes from the slot, and the Vikings have allowed the 4th most yards, 5 touchdowns, and the 2nd most PPR points to slot receivers. So don't be quick to fade him. And at number 1, Doug Baldwin. Last week, came back, did not have a great stat line, but he ran 79% of his routes out of the slot. The Rams have allowed the 7th most PPR points to slot receivers. Quarterbacks also have 125 passer rating when throwing in the slot against the Rams. And oh, by the way, game script could really help Doug Baldwin in this contest.